I don't really know where to start this video, I guess. Well, for one, it's not clickbait. Since everyone thinks every fucking video I do is clickbait. This ain't clickbait. This is more serious than that. Part of this is going to be an exposing video, but a lot of this is just going to be me coming forward and giving you guys the truth, and I guess filling you guys in on some stuff that you probably didn't know about me. But I feel like it's only right that I tell you guys, especially considering so many people are asking why I was in the ER yesterday and what was going on. It was my lungs, it was my breathing. I've been having trouble breathing for probably the past week. I had asthma when I was a little kid, so part of me thought it was just the asthma coming back, because that happens, but turns out it was worse. I am okay. I do want to start with that. I am okay. As of right now, I'm good. I should be good from here on out. But I gotta watch myself. And when I say that, well, I'm gonna get into that right now. So as you guys know, I smoke weed, marijuana, pot, whatever you want to call it. I smoke weed, and I've been smoking weed since I was 13 years old. And I know a lot of you guys know that, but I know a lot of you guys don't know that about me. But to me, weed's not really a drug, it's a medicine. Until you abuse it, like I have the past like 5 years. Fuck, this is really hard. This is... Before I say what I'm about to say, I want y'all to know that the reason I hid stuff like this from you guys is because I wanted to be a good influence. I never want to be a bad influence, especially to my fans. So, certain things and certain things I do in life, I hide from the internet, from my fan base, because I don't want to be a bad influence. For an example, weed. I hid from you guys for years that I didn't smoke weed until like a year ago. I kind of came out and stopped giving a fuck when it came to that. But there is still things that I was still hiding. I'm not going to get into all of it, but I do need to explain a big part of it because it ties into why I was in the hospital yesterday. And that is the use of tobacco and nicotine. I will be honest, I think I have said on my channel that cigarettes are bad, tobacco's bad, nicotine's bad, don't smoke tobacco. I don't smoke tobacco, don't do it, it's bad for you. Long story short, I do smoke tobacco. Well, I have been smoking tobacco for about 5 years, and I've been abusing it with weed. I've been mixing the two. But before y'all jump to conclusions, before y'all start judging, before y'all say anything like, why'd you lie to us, why this or that, I was never lying. I only wanted to be a good influence. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you could call it lying, but it was more of me hiding it so I could be a better influence. You know what I'm saying? It's not something I'm proud of, and it's something I would never encourage anyone to do, and that's why I did the opposite on my channel. I've always said how bad it is and how you shouldn't do it because, well, my dad has a disease from smoking tobacco. My grandpa almost died from it, and so on and so forth. Asthma runs in my family as well, so obviously I shouldn't be smoking, period, because I have asthma, but I have been. Like I said, I've been smoking weed since I was very young, and I started smoking tobacco. Well, I started really smoking tobacco when I was about 16 years old, 15, 16 years old. I kind of blame my friends, It was not necessarily well, obviously it was my choice. It's always your choice, you know what I'm saying? But I did get peer pressured. And the way that I smoke tobacco, I don't necessarily just smoke cigarettes. So I want y'all to know that, for one. Have I? Yes, obviously. But the way that I've done it, and the reason why it got me into the hospital, the ER yesterday, is because like I said, I mix it. I mix it with weed. I put weed and tobacco, into a bong. Some of you guys might be familiar with a bong, some of you guys might not be. I put the 2 into a bong and I smoke it. I smoke the whole thing. I smoke until there's nothing left in the bowl. And it's not good for your lungs. Obviously, tobacco's not good for your lungs. Weed, you know, it could. Some people say it's not. Some people say it doesn't matter. Personally, I don't think it's a drug. I don't think it's that bad for you. So I'll stick to that. But when you mix the 2, it's like double the. It's much worse than just smoking one or the other. You know what I'm saying? If you mix the 2, it's worse. And if you mix the 2 and put it into a bong and do that all day, every day for 5-6 years straight, well, it's not fucking healthy. So basically, yeah, I'm coming out and exposing myself right now and saying I self-medicate and have been for years, and it's nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell the difference. When I smoke weed, there's no difference. If I smoked weed, y'all wouldn't even know because, well, I'm almost always high. But that sounds bad because I feel like some people look at that as like as a drug. But to me, it's a medicine, and to me, it never really, you know, I wasn't abusing it to the extent of it was making me slow, it was making me stupid, it was making me a different person. Because the person you guys have known has been the person who's been smoking. It's kind of just, it was like a part of my life. It was like eating food, you know what I'm saying? I'd do it before and after a meal. I would do it throughout the day, before I film a YouTube video, before I go to sleep, before I leave the house, right when I wake up, after I take a shower. Like it was something that I've been doing, you know, ever since I was like 15, 16 years old. I've been doing it throughout the day, every day. Part of the reason is because where I grew up around a bunch of teenagers, kids that did that. That's what they did. That was fun, you know what I'm saying? So I got dragged into it and never stopped. I've tried quitting many times. I've shattered my bong. I've thrown everything away. I've flushed everything down the toilet. I've tried quitting tobacco. You know, I got a Juul. Thought maybe that would help. I know this is probably really unexpected, and I know a lot of you guys were wondering why I was in the hospital, and I still haven't really got to that point in the video. So basically, long story short, because I've been abusing it, my lungs are fucked up. I'm only, you know, I'm young. I'm still young. This normally doesn't happen when you're this young. Obviously, we all know if you smoke tobacco for a long period of time, you can get lung cancer, you can get certain lung diseases, like things can go wrong, you know what I'm saying? And I've known that. I've known that from the beginning, but for those watching who can relate to the addiction of nicotine, you know how hard it is to quit, especially if you're in too deep. Long story short, I've been having trouble breathing the past week. I thought it was asthma, and basically yesterday morning it got to the point where, well, I had a panic attack, another very severe panic anxiety attack. For a lot of you guys know, I struggle with anxiety kind of severely, and this time, you know, I went to the hospital. I thought I was dying. I could barely breathe, and yeah, so I got rushed to the hospital. Was there all day yesterday. Personally, I'm afraid of hospitals, so I try to avoid them at all costs because I'm kind of scared of, I'm just scared of hospitals. It's kind of like a phobia of mine. I'm scared of blood, I'm scared of just all that, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so go to the hospital, they take a bunch of x-rays, they take CT scans, they did all this stuff, and come to find out that I have a minor hole in my lung. It's a small hole. It's like 5% of what it could be, so it's not like, I don't want no one freaking out, you know what I'm saying? It is a hole, and that's what's making it hard for me to breathe. It's making my breath shorter because there's a hole in my lung and there's air in there that's not supposed to be there. And it's caused by, well, inhaling too much smoke at once or coughing too hard. And it's more common in skinny people. And since, you know, I'm a skinny legend, Yeah, but right when the doctor told me that, you know, what causes it is inhaling too much smoke at once or coughing too hard, you know, you can puncture a little hole, it instantly clicked in my head, like, that's what I do all day, every day. Like, the bong with the weed in the tobacco, in the bowl, smoking that, and that smoke just on repeat throughout the day for the past 5-6 years, like, I knew it was coming. I mean, I didn't know it was coming, but I knew it wasn't healthy, and I knew, I mean, it instantly clicked in my head. When he told me, I was like, okay, well, it's probably because of the fucking bong, obviously. Or just the tobacco in general, but most likely the bong, considering I'm still young, and this shit usually doesn't happen until later down the road, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I've been smoking for 20 years, or whatever. But the way I have been doing it though is much more unhealthy than just smoking a cigarette or fucking juuling or just smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? I've pretty much been inhaling it the worst way possible, and I have to stop. And this is the hardest thing I've ever done. For those that struggle with addiction or addictive personalities, you might know I have a very addictive personality. So I don't want this to sound like it's a fucking, I mean, it is a drug. Tobacco's a drug. You know what I'm saying? It is. Nicotine is a drug. I'm like nauseous, you know what I'm saying? I can't think straight. I'm fiending. I really want to smoke. But the doctor basically told me if I continue to smoke, I'll end up in ICU with a tube in my lung, and well, my lung could collapse if I continue to smoke and I could die. But it ain't that serious, y'all, because I'm quitting. My health comes first. So yeah, I'm quitting. I'm trying. I know it's gonna be really hard. It's already really fucking hard that I haven't slept. I haven't eaten. Like my metabolism is all fucked up. Like my routine is all fucked up. Like I've been living on this same routine for, you know, like 5-6 years. So to just suddenly stop is the hardest fucking thing in the world. But all in all, I don't want people judging me, because it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's part of my everyday life, and it's something that doesn't affect you guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't even know. Therefore, no one should be judging me. I don't want you guys to worry. I know you guys have been worrying, and that's why I made this video. I know there's probably some people watching this, maybe some young people, that don't completely understand where I'm coming from. Addiction well, you know, it got to a point where I hid it from you guys because I wasn't proud of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not something to be proud of. It's not something that it's not easy to cope with, you know what I'm saying? I'm basically just making this video because I want to come clean. I don't want to hide stuff like this from you guys, especially considering it's did a big toll on my health, and you know, your health is the most important aspect of life. So yeah, I'm just coming clean, letting y'all know that not only have I been smoking weed, but I've been smoking tobacco for years, abusing it. So it's good, you all. I'm fine, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'll say it again, as long as I don't smoke, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? I feel terrible for hiding this from you guys for so long, but at the same time, it was for my own good. It was for y'all's own good, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a good influence. It didn't change me as a person, you know what I'm saying? The person you guys have always known is the person who was smoking. So I don't want people to think differently of me, because for the person y'all fell in love with, or the person y'all enjoyed watching, or whatever it might have been, was me. It's the same person, you know, it's still me. I'm just coming clean about some things because my health isn't that great at the moment, but I'm healing, and yeah, it's still me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad I went to the hospital, because if I didn't, I mean, it was a fucking wake-up call, you know what I'm saying? It was a big wake-up call. For anyone that smokes tobacco, or smokes tobacco out of a bong, if you do, hopefully there's no one that does, because I know it's not like that popular of a thing. Where I grew up it was, but I know overall it's not usually the way people ingest it. You know, they smoke cigarettes or they smoke weed, blunts, out of a pipe, out of a bong or whatever, but not many people mix the two in a bong. It's the most unhealthy way you could do it. So yeah, if there is anyone that does, stop. If you smoke cigarettes, stop. I can't believe it took this for me to, you know, fucking wake up, but I know it's not easy. I mean, I haven't fully, it's only been 24 hours for me. Trust me, I'm fainting right now as I'm filming this. It's all that's been on my mind is, fuck, I want to smoke. Like, I just want to smoke, you know what I'm saying? I mean, some of you guys, hopefully a lot of you guys can't relate, but if you can, stop. Even this ain't good, you know what I'm saying? So a part of this video is a message, you know what I'm saying, is a message to those that can relate to addiction or whatever it might be, that, you know, it's not good. Stop. Like, your health is what matters. And it took me this to fucking realize. It took me in the hospital, in the ER yesterday to realize. It took me seeing that there's a hole in my fucking lungs to realize. I know it sounds severe, you know, having a hole in my lungs. I got really scared when I heard that, but it's minor and it can heal, and yeah, I need to make some changes in my life, which I've already begun doing. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know most of you guys learned something new about me today, but I've already made changes in my life. That was a part of me that is gone now. So I hope this doesn't change the way people look at me. Not just because, like, I smoked weed, like, that's nothing, you know what I'm saying, but like the whole, well, it's kind of hard to explain really, the way I was doing it, the way I was ingesting it, smoking it every day. It's hard to explain, and I'm not going to demonstrate, obviously. So, but I stopped, so that's all that matters. Well, obviously, and that I'm healing, you know, and I'm okay. That is obviously what matters too. Shit, I have dog hair all over me. I'm not prepared to be filming this today, but yeah, if y'all want, you can cop some merch. I don't have health insurance, so I'm kind of fucked too, because hospital bills are like a fucking fortune, and I don't have health insurance. So if you want to help support the channel, I don't want to turn this video into a sob story or nothing like that, but I am rocking that merch, you know what I'm saying, that new Last Band merch, and if y'all want to cop that, the link is in the description below. It would help the channel out, it would help me out, so thank you. But yeah, I love you guys. Stay amazing, and I guess I'll see you guys soon. I had actually a video I was going to upload yesterday, because this is probably going to go up on Sunday. I had something I was going to upload yesterday, but since I was in the hospital all day the day before, it just didn't work out, so I'll upload it soon. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon.